So, doing this for the second time because my mom walked in and kind of interrupted it, and it was awkward. So, just gonna start over. Replying to Anonymous on Tumblr, they say, I am ugly, and I know people would be like, wow, she's an attention seeker, but this is real. Every day I look at myself and say, I'm ugly. I just want to be pretty once. I want somebody to tell me I'm pretty. I don't want anyone to do it out of sympathy or because I said I'm ugly. I just want to be pretty. Some people tell me to change. I have too much. I'm tired. I think about killing myself a lot. I want to be one of those pretty girls. I want to be one of the girls you see on a huge Abercrombie bag. Right, so, goodness, this is one of the ones that I could really go on forever and ever and ever about, but I'm going to try to keep this short. First thing I'd like to say, is that I don't think you're an attention seeker. You're just being honest about your insecurity, and that's fine. So don't even fret about that. But okay. So, you said you just want somebody to tell you that you're pretty, not out of sympathy or pity. Well, just oh hi. I'm Savannah, and I think you're beautiful. Um, and I'm not saying that out of sympathy, and I don't have to see a picture of you to know that you're beautiful, because my mind is it's not structured by society's perfect image, and I know that we're all perfectly beautiful and unique in our own ways, and so I don't you are beautiful, and I know that, and I want you to believe me when I say that, because I'm not just saying it to make you feel better. I'm not. um, in this mindset that we all have, that most people have, that we're not good enough or we're not pretty enough, it's not something that would originally be there. We wouldn't originally have that mentality, except for that's kind of the way society has like brainwashed us to think. That's all they show. They only show the perfect, skinny, Barbie doll looking girls on ads and TV and on Abercrombie bags. That's all they show, and it's not right, because that's not the only type of body out there. We all have different body types. Even if you, if you feel like you're fat or something, and you work out and work out and work out and work out, and you get to a healthy weight, even if you're skinny, you might not still look like the girls on, the Abercrombie bag, because your body type is different. You might have, bigger boobs or, wider hips or something. Because we're not all supposed to look the same. We're all different people. We all have different DNA that makes us look different, and that's okay. If we all had the same fucking face, I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Like, we're not supposed to look the same. You're not supposed to look like the girl on the Abercrombie bag. And that's totally fine. You don't have to. Because just because you don't look like her, just because that's like the accepted image of pretty, that's like the thing we think of when we think of a pretty girl. We see, that model with the, you know, stunning eyes and the small nose and the big pouty lips and the high cheekbones, perfect makeup. That's what most people think of, but that that's not the only type of pretty out there. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not it, and that's just society limits that image so much to where we feel like if we don't look like that, we aren't pretty, and that's not true at all. So, and I know that's probably not gonna, sink in just because I'm saying it doesn't mean you're gonna believe me, but that is the truth. You don't have to look like that, and it's not gonna be like that accepting it. It's not. It's gonna take a long time to kind of reach that realization and really believe in it. Even some days I feel like, oh gosh, I better, wear a ski mask or something, broken out all over the place. Ooh, but I mean, it doesn't mean you're ugly by any means. No, 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 no. You're perfect the way you are. Like, everybody is unique. Everybody has a different facial structure. Everybody has a different body type. And just because we don't have that one type of body and that one facial structure does not mean we aren't pretty. No, 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 no. Not at all. So don't let them brainwash you into thinking that. And you don't need to change one bit. You don't need to change anything about yourself. You don't need to, dye your hair blonde or get some kind of Botox or anything to, change your features. You don't need to do that. And whoever told you to do that, like, I don't know what they were thinking, but I actually have something for them too, and it's called this. What the no, you don't. Whoever told you that, just that's not okay. You don't tell somebody, that's insecure about themselves that, oh, they need to change, because there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Um, so, about you thinking about suicide, that is something that could take up a whole another 15-minute video, but I only have 15 minutes, so um, if you're really worried about that, please come back and leave a more descriptive message about that, your motives, why you feel that way, and I will gladly spend another 15 minutes trying to enlighten you on why that's not the option. But for now, I'm just going to say that suicide solves nothing. Nothing at all. You may think that you just want to die. You may think you just want to disappear or fade away and just not have to deal with things, but in reality, you just actually want to be happy. You just actually want to get better. You want to not feel the way you do, and death isn't the only way to not feel that way. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of other ways to kind of pull yourself out of that depression. It's not impossible. People get past their depression every single day. Suicide does nothing but leave more damage behind. I couldn't even think about, I mean, I have thought about that before, I'm not going to lie. But then I think of my mom and my little brother and my dad and my grandparents and my cousins and my friends, and I'm like, there's no way in hell I could make them go through that, no matter what I'm going through. I could never ever be that selfish, because I just couldn't even imagine making them feel that pain by a choice that I made. It just leaves so much hurt behind. It's never an option. But that's just that. I'm gonna leave that there. If you want to come back to that, and if you really feel like that's still an issue, then please come back, and I will talk more about that. But for now, I'm just going to focus on your main point, saying that you feel ugly. So, for another thing, you say that you wake up every day and think to yourself, I'm ugly. That has got to change. That just instills in you, right then and there, for the whole day, you feel bad about yourself, because, the first thing you think is, I'm ugly. Why don't you try to change that sentence a little bit? Try to wake up and say, I'm not ugly, or I'm pretty. And you don't have to believe it right then and there, but just saying the words and it'll help. And I don't I don't really know how to explain it, but it's better to sit there and think positive things about you than negative things, because then you'll just think about it all day. Um, Now, kind of attached to that, nothing I can really say is going to change how you personally see yourself. I can't do that. I can't do that for you. I can tell you, you know, all that I feel about society and you're beautiful, and I can say, I could just sit here and talk till I'm blue in the face, but that doesn't change how you feel about yourself. Only you can do that, and it's not going to be like some switch you can turn on to where you automatically aren't self-conscious, but it's going to be a really long process and a hard one. Um, you know, I dealt with being self-conscious for so long. I mean, when I was in the 4th grade, I was so chubby that I had one little girl that I was at the bus stop with. She asked me if I was pregnant. That's how bad it was. And I took that, and you know, it's kind of like haunted me. Even though I was in 4th grade, I've always thought back to that, and it just made me feel so bad about myself. But you know what? I mean, you have to get past those kinds of things. You can't let them like carry, you know, just be around you forever. You're never gonna be happy that way. You have to really work at it. Work at getting past your issues of insecurity and your self-image issues. And you can start little by little. You don't have to dive right into it. Try to find little things that you like about yourself. Like, for me, I think I even said this in the last video, I like my hands. I like them. And I like my nose. Just little things. And it'll make you feel better knowing that, hey, I'm not, you know, going crazy all over the place. I like this. I like this. And you'll start with little things, and then it'll keep adding up. And that's a good way to start. Now, but like I said, that's something that you have to work on. And I'd suggest really putting a really big conscious effort into that. And I actually have a link I want to show you to this picture where it was Britney Spears like volunteered to do this advertisement on how like magazines and all these like ads and stuff, when they take pictures of models and stuff, they like airbrush it and lift and all kinds of things. She kind of did like a before and after picture. So don't feel like there are people that are completely perfect out there, because even those supermodels, they get like attacked in Photoshop. So I think that might help you realize that that girl in the Abercrombie bag probably isn't as perfect as you think she is. So that might be a little bit of help. I don't know. I saw it and I was just like, wow. She looked totally fine before it, you know. There was nothing wrong, and that just shows how much society thinks it has to be perfect, and they twist it and twist it and twist it and twist it until it's something that is unattainable. You can't look like that. Nobody does. So that is pretty much what I have to say. I can't change your mind for you. I can try my hardest to persuade you to see yourself in that light, but ultimately you have to make the effort to kind of change your opinion about yourself. And I hope that you try that, and just know that it's possible, because I mean, I'm at a point today where I'm completely comfortable with my body, even though, I mean, sure, I'd like to improve it a little bit, but it's not to the point where I hate myself anymore. So just know that you can really get there, and I believe in you, and I really wish you the best, and you better check in with us and let you know how you're doing from time to time. So good luck, and I will see you around, hopefully. Bye.